Hi Shaya, my name is Shelly. My article that I choose talking about a psychological model of mental disorder by Peter KINDERMAN. In the past few years, we can look that all the money that invested in the research of mental disorder is going to research biological. Studies that deal with biological trying to investigate the reason of mental illness by the biological model. The biological model is focused on the neural factor. For example, depression is due to lack of serotonin and schizophrenia. KINDERMAN don't like the biological model because that he say that does reduce and narrows the term of mental disorder. He claims that we cannot look at the mental illness only by biological model because there are still another factor that affect on the mental illnesses, and the biological model ignores them. In response to the biological model, KINDERMAN bring in the article another model that his name is biopsy social model, and he included psychological, sociology and biological. KINDERMAN say about this model that is bring progress to the research, but still he disappointed from the model for severe reasons. The first one is that the model refers to the three factors equally, but KINDERMAN say that is not true to do so. The second reason that there is no detail for the interaction between the factors. The third reason is that they give much more emphasis on biological factor, and the other factor are pushed aside. KINDERMAN come and bring his own model. In his model, he claimed that factors of biological, social, and situation are brings mental disorder only when psychological process are bring in incorrect interpretation of reality, and they harm to them. For example, in war there is experience of trauma for soldiers that each person give a different interpretation, and if someone give a psychological interpretation that is incorrect, then they are mental illnesses that called post-traumatic. That mean that the interpretation that the person give to the situation determines if there is mental illnesses or not. KINDERMAN says that there are three factors, and when there is interaction between them, it could lead to mental illnesses. Social factors provide in the causes deprivation. Situation factors could turn and damage related to depression when there is an incorrect interpretation of reality. Biological factors, genetic factors can cause disease. Life is not black or white. We cannot focus only on one thing and throw him to explain the situation that happened in our life. There must be a combination of several factors that affect different situations which cause virus diseases, and each one of the factors have different interpretation, and it depending on the situation itself.